Alright, welcome KMTV. We are everywhere. That's why we are here on this wonderful Sunday evening. It's a wonderful day in Minnesota from where I sit here in that's out of the Brooklyn Park, Brooklyn Center area. We are here in the Anoka community where we are with the political leader of the Citizen Movement for Change, CMC, NIMBA County District Number 7 Representative MUSA Hassan BILITY. Representative BILITY, welcome.
Thank you very much.
How is it being in Minnesota?
Very good, very successful. We continue to engage our people. We continue to make the case for the CMC as a new party, and we also continue to push the agenda of Liberia through the CMC. We've engaged our community. The response is good. So far, based on the data that we have from our IT center, there's an upsurge in the registration of members from Minnesota. Yesterday alone, about 500 people registered. That's massive. So we're meeting our goals as to why we're here.
What message are you bringing out to Liberians? I know you've had a couple of speaking engagements across the U.S. You were there at the NIMBA program, the ULA program, you went back, and you're back in the U.S. on this sale of the CMC to your people. What message are you bringing?
Well, the message is very clear. Two parties have run this country for 20 years. Especially for the last 8 years, it's been very dismal, and we want to chart a new course for Liberia, try something else, get Liberians involved to take over their own country and run it. We want to stop the exploitation of our natural resources without any benefit to our country. We want to stop the dehumanized working condition of Liberians in mines and in homes. We want to stop the waste of government, the massive, extravagance of the executive and the legislative branch of government. We want to stop that. We want to make government more of a service. We want to make government more about patriotism, and we want to turn the economy over to Liberia. We know how to do that. We have the experience, and we want to bring that experience to bear in our governance system.
How easy can that be done?
It's the courage and the leadership. You need a good leader. You need someone who can say to you that enough is enough. There's almost $6 billion United States dollar worth of mineral resources that leave our country with zero, with negative $20 million loss to the country. It's too much for us as a country. We cannot afford that. Mothers and children are going to bed without food. Pregnant women are delivering on the street on the way to the hospital and dying. Our children are sitting down on dead blocks in our schools. We need to change that. We need to redirect the resources of our country to the welfare of the people. We need to redirect the resources. Government and government officials are the biggest beneficiary of national resources. That has to be turned around so that government become an area of service, and then service to the people become the orientation and the overall driving force of the government. So the complete opposite of what the CDC and the United Party has done is what we're introducing to the Liberian governance system.
Let's look at Mr. BILITY as a businessman now into politicking. I believe you stepped into the House of Representatives with a mind of service to your people, the county NIMBA. What has changed? What have you learned so far since taking seat?
I met a roadblock. The legislature is controlled by a few handful of people. They form themselves into a cartel. No one is capable of doing anything in their hands. We need to change that. In order to change that, somebody has to come outside, make the sacrifice, and stand up, and have a team of Liberians running for both representatives and senators, fully supported to make sure that we change that. Come 2020 now, we want a new House. Come 2020 now, we want a new executive. Come 2020 now, we want a new government that is truly for the people and by the people. Unfortunately, the legislature, as the most powerful branch of the government on paper, is the source of the weakness for government. Unless the legislature is straightened up, unless it focuses on check and balancing the rest of the system, then we're not going anywhere. And that's what we're trying to change.
And you talked about the legislature being that bad. Somebody will wonder, what can Mr. BILITY do outside of the legislature to affect government?
Oh, that's what we're doing now. We're campaigning. I mean, literally, we're taking CMC to Liberian people, but at the same time, we engage in development at the minimum. I mean, the best we can do at the individual level. We engage in development. We engage in sensitization of the population of the need to vote for people that are orientated in service, are rooted in service to the country, and also the need to vote for people without regard to tribe or religion. It is when we will be able to have the opportunity to elect true leaders.
You spoke strongly, just drawing all of your statement with tribe and religion. You spoke last night talking about not being responsible for where you were born. You don't have no control over that. How do that interplay with, those you meet?
As a child, as an infant, I don't know how I came into this world. My parents brought me. I had no say in how my father met my mother. I was not there. I was not in this world. So I wouldn't know. So to say that that outcome should limit what I become is unfair. It was not a choice that I made. And neither did you make that choice. We are who we are. This is what nature gave us. I should not be held or punished for who I am because I played no part in making me a Mandingo. No. So my tribe should not play any part. The decision we take as individuals, consciously, is what we should be judged by.
And with that, you saw the show last night where the pastors opened their doors when it was time for prayer.
That was mesmerizing. I was moved. So we're in the church edifice where we are having our town hall. And we took a break to accommodate the Muslim community. And they found a space for them to pray, and that space was small. And the pastor, who is a woman, came and said, "Oh, come upstairs, our library, you can pray there." And she opened the library, and the people prayed. And you can imagine whether a Muslim man or a pastor would do that in Liberia. You can imagine that happening in America, and the meaning of that, and the power that brought to the bear. I was overwhelmed with it. I had to, call upon her and tell her thank you. And like in my letter from.
Do you wish to see a day in Liberia where that could happen easily?
Yes, we have to, as a country. Cyrus, I've been married for 28 years. I'm married to a Christian. I got married in a church. 28 years I've lived peacefully with my wife. It is possible that we can live peacefully. I went to church today. I went to the Ebenezer Baptist Church today. I was welcome by the congregation and the clergy. We are making progress. We need to bring that progress to bear on our politics and enforce politicians to stop using tribe to determine the outcome of a political contest. We have to do that.
Would there be a place in Liberia or time where Mr. BILITY might push for a Muslim holiday? I know people have been saying it, why can't you?
No, I mean, I don't believe.
Is that important to you?
We do not have a religious holiday in Liberia. Liberia is a secular country. To put for a Muslim holiday in the legislature is not good for Islam.
Why?
It's not going to pass, but you're going to pave a way for someone else to bring a push for Christianizing the country. And because you have already opened the door, and if the majority reject yours, the majority also have the right to accept the other one. And all of the gains that we have made can be lost. The founding fathers of this country established this country and said that it should be secular. We should encourage that. I don't subscribe to the idea of calling for, there's no Christian holiday on the book. So there's no justification for calling for Muslim holiday.
Mr. BILITY, you travel across Liberia, and since you started the CMC, I believe you see more from around our country. What do you see on the faces of people?
Disappointment, resentment, and a burning desire to bring about change. I see that. You are in Minnesota here. You see the reaction of this to our programs, to everywhere we go. If you follow our crowds, you follow us across the country. This is the only party that is known for what it is doing for the Liberian people. The rest of the parties are there, on popularity, on sentiment, on sympathy. CMC is the only political party in Liberia that people are joining it because of what it is doing for the Liberian people. And so we're different.
What do you think CMC could make a better executive with?
Oh, because we have a different vision. The other parties don't have a vision. The Unity Party cannot come in 2029 and say they want to run this country. They have to account for the 6 years that were given to them. The city is the same. They have to account for the 6 years that they had. CMC is different. We only show what we have done for the country. And as a political leader, and I can only show what I did as a lawmaker, to give an account of my stewardship. But for the two big parties, for every question, they have to give two answers. If you ask the Unity Party what to do about corruption, they're going to, what is your plan for corruption? They're going to tell you the plan, but they're also going to tell you why they didn't do that the last time they had power. Because by 2029, they would have had 6 years. And the question would be, the plan you have now, why did they implement that plan? They have to answer two questions for every question that they are asked.
Do you think that was a shot in the leg of the CDC 2013? 2023?
You mean the Unity Party?
The CDC, was that a problem that they could not answer those questions? That's why they couldn't get back to power? Or you want to say that?
First of all, I have my doubt whether the election was won fairly. I have my doubt about that. I think there was fraud, and I insist on that. And then, definitely, CDC didn't do a good job at their own campaign organization. That's another thing. And then, if they lost the election, then it means that they lost the confidence of the people. So, these are the fraud. I don't have evidence of it. I just have indications. For instance, in NIMBA County, more people turn out to vote in the second round than they did in the first round. That's scientifically, mathematically impossible.
Mm.
So that's a red flag, and that happened in NIMBA. But again, how do you get cheated when you are a sitting government?
That's the question some of them are asking. They think that they were cheated.
I think they were cheated, but CDC lost because of CDC. So I don't think they deserve another chance because they did not give a proper account of their first chance.
You're taking a shot at the CDC and the Unity Party, maybe putting CMC the third option when it comes to elections in Liberia 2029. What form of strategy will you put into place to make sure you can grab that tier spot?
Oh, we can tell you now, because we don't want them to plagiarize it, but we have a strategy, and you'll see it. We're starting in the diaspora. In the next 1 year, I guarantee you, the CMC will be the largest party in the Liberian diaspora, both in America and in Europe. And that's going to give us a launching pad how to move in to Liberia. We're introducing a CMC Peace Corps program that will take about, within the next 3 years, about 1,000 Liberians from the diaspora to go to Liberia, and we deploy them into their home counties and districts, and then. But I can tell you more. But we have a strategy to win the election. We'll win the election. The Unity Party and the CDC have become arrogant. They have assumed that they have the crowd and they will win the election. CMC will win the election because we'll work and we will connect with the people and we'll get the result.
We recently understand that what you're doing has been stopped at some point. Your bridge project, you're not. Government claiming that you're not following the procedure through the Ministry of Public Works. There's ability to just go about and wanting to do his own.
No, I mean, we presented a plan to the Ministry of Public Works, so we hope that they will give us it. I don't think that there's any reason why we not give us the permit to build a bridge. I think they will, and so we'll see.
What's your relationship with the Legislative Caucus of NIMBA?
We are good. We're good. We're very good. I mean, we have political differences, but that's fine. We have political differences. We're not from the same party. So all of us have different political orientation, but that's okay. But when it comes to NIMBA business, we're fine.
Your vice president?
The vice president, I don't have any negative personal relationship. Just that I'm opposing his party, and that will be opposing him. I don't agree with the way they're managing the country. I think they're managing it badly. They're destroying our economy, and they are systematically breaking down our governance system.
And for which you've come under serious pressure from the government. As the businessman, your businesses, you claim being attacked. How long do you intend to go with this?
I won't stop until 2029, October 2029. I won't stop. Nothing is going to stop. I mean, they can do more than what they do. We'll take advantage of the law and the legal system, and then that's it.
You've worked with most of these people. You work with the Unity Party in the CPP. You work with Mr. Cummins. George Weah is your friend. You're still going after them. I know Mr. Cummins he remains off your target for now. But what will you see have happened if Mr. BILITY through the CPP had done it the right way for the 2023 election?
Oh, I was not in charge in 2023. I was chairman of the CPP campaign here. I have a very limited role. I played that. It was as chairman of the CPP, my role limited. I played my part. Like I told you, it is unfortunate that both Mr. Cummins and the ANC of late were able to speak out against the fraud. But I say ever since, I mean, the fact that they had to wait for 2 years to say that they were fraud, that was unfortunate, but they were fraud.
The Liberty Party?
Oh, I left the Liberty Party. I mean, what about it? The journey came to an end because the party, I tried, in spite of my level best, I put more resources in the Liberty Party than any other party in the history. And yet I was not recognized. I was being discriminated against, and I was being fought. So, but what broke the chemist's back was the fact that the Liberty Party seemed now to be literally absorbed by the Unity Party. As the chairman of the Unity Party called it, helping verbs. So I can't be in the party that is silent on the weaknesses and the shortcomings of the Unity Party. So me and Liberty Party, our path finally, parted. So the best thing to do was to resign because the majority of the party wanted reconciliation. They wanted us to sit and decide. I didn't see the possibility of us sitting down together and agree on a single political. The right thing to do was to resign, which I did, and I have no regret.
Mr. BILITY, let's move on to if the CMC is blessed and BILITY becomes president of Liberia, what would be that first step or area you think you're going to tackle for our country?
The first thing is that we will declare the fight against drugs, we'll declare national emergency.
That came close to your door, though.
Yes, we'll declare national emergency on that. If we're not careful, it will destroy our country. So we'll declare national emergency. We'll take every resource in our coffer to make sure that the borders are protected based on technology, and we'll give law enforcement all the tools it needs under the emergency law to fight drugs. The second thing we will do, we will sign an order to immediately put a halt to all duty-free, all incentives to every concession in Liberia, and there will be an immediate review of the concessions in Liberia. The third thing would be to put in place an immediate plan for our educational system. And then we'll do the same thing for our healthcare system.
What's about the country feeding itself?
That's our economic policy. That's our number one economic policy. You are asking for what I would do right now. Feeding ourselves does not fall in the category of what we do right now. We have to make a deliberate, long-term plan. Our goal is that within 24 months as head of the country, we will not need to import any rice. We will take anywhere between $100 to $150 million per annum and put it in agriculture and then feed ourselves. And then by the second year, we are in negotiation where we're feeding ourselves.
The formation of the CMC drew us through, what you were looking for. In forming this party, what were you looking for?
A new Liberia, a different Liberia. And it's not run with arrogance and corruption and inadequacy and lack of respect for the world. In a Liberia that is run on pure patriotism. A Liberia that we can say we love our country and we're doing it for our country. Unfortunately, that is not present. It has never been present before and it's not present right now.
And how can you pivot the country to that path?
By leading. You have to lead by example. For instance, as president, immediately I have to declare my asset.
You both have been the only government official that declare and publish?
Yes. I don't know of any other government official who has done that. To get a list of their assets. No. The whereabouts of money that they have. No.
So do you think the fight against corruption is easily won with all that?
Yes, you have to make yourself an example. Declare your asset so people realize that this is what you brought to the presidency. So tomorrow when you leave, you don't have all these high rises and you say it's your money. That many people are doing right now for the legislature. That is wrong. That's why we declare our asset. That's why we expected President Obama to declare his asset. So that while declaring that asset, we know that he has this, and anybody sees that, nobody will make noise. Unfortunately, he didn't do it.
So everybody following.
Yes.
Now let's look at the short time you headed the rule of law caucus. I know it was in a period of turmoil. We saw the Capitol building burn down. There are a lot of things that were happening. Your colleagues are being held at some point, going through the legal process. But when you headed the rule of law caucus, what are some of those things that you advanced with your colleagues that you think were made a better system?
Well, like you said, we came about as a result of the crisis in the House, and we were standing there to say, we want to move this speaker, follow the procedure. And they did. They followed the procedure. The speaker resigned, and we had an election. But we had to stand together and fight all the attempt by the government to install Richard Boone illegally. And once that happened, we were able to come from the other end. And instead of going to court, those are the things that we're talking about when it comes to rule of law. So we went to court, we pushed for a speedy trial of our case. We pushed for rule of law, we pushed for the government to adhere, and for the for the government to stop the transgression against our constitution. And we fought, we succeeded, because for for reason, and there was vacancy, and we elected a new speaker.
So you led that process to what you wanted to see.
Yes.
And coming off of that, now you are on a different path. Tell us about the recent decision by your colleagues to have the house audited. This is something you pushed for.
No, it's a scam. It is a scam. It's clear, it's a scam. The house has not been audited. They have to audit the house from 2011. Like I said, once they do that, some people will go to jail. But what do you look at? You take 12 years we asking for to do the country, 40 years, and you look at 2 years, you say, no, that's not going to happen. We want the entire building to be audited. Yeah. If they don't have anything hiding, if they don't have anything to hide, why are they having problem with the audit? Have you asked them? You should ask them.
That's just a scam on the part of you.
It's a scam, but you saw my press release on it. It's a scam. We know what we're doing, and they are wrong.
And you are also hitting hard on 15,000 allocation reportedly to the chief of staffs.
Unbelievable. Unbelievable.
Don't they deserve?
We have resources that can be given to them. The lawmakers receive, and they can be given to the chief of staffs. They are making 15,000 a month.
That's why you make.
Yes, if you take our coupon, if you take our base salary, if you take our something they call per capita, yes, total of everything is 50,000.
Wow. And all of which you can support your staff, give them what they need.
Thank you.
Just then you could be termed as a rip-off to the country.
It is a rip-off. The Liberian people don't see it. I don't know why they don't see it, but the legislature is ripping us off. That's why there's no development. When they go and allocate the budget, they only worry about what they're going to allocate to themselves. They're not scrutinizing the various ministries to say they deserve more, they won't deserve less. You know, they do it like that. No.
Do you think that's why we have a lot of recasts?
Yes. Absolutely.
Wow. Mr. BILITY, I know the time is fast spent. You have to go and hang out with your NIMBA people. Yeah. But let's look at what was coming up with mental steel. Where are you with the entire thing?
Well, the caucus met. Our position is that we should audit the previous contract to make sure that there's no outstanding, and then we should also audit the metal steel, and then we should review the current contract and increase the benefit to our people. I don't know if they're going to do it at night. I mean, I'm not in the position to sign that contract until the previous contract is audited. Yes.
So you are strongly standing with your senator?
Yeah, absolutely. I hope my senator does not change.
Wow. All right, so let's finally talk about, is there going to be any collaboration? Opposition, your colleagues are calling for opposition unity. I saw the snow in the parade yesterday with the opposition unity 2029. Where do you stand with that? Are you going to collaborate in any manner or form?
We're very reluctant to collaborate with those who have run this country over the last 2 years. New parties that have not been in power before, yes, we're open to collaboration with them. You know, once we agree on the terms and conditions. Yes, we are open to collaboration with those. So we know any collaboration we will be the lead, because we're not going to do collaboration that is based on how many people sitting on the table. Collaboration is going to be based on how big the party is, how widespread it is, and how much follower it has in real-time data to prove that, you know. Yes, if CMC going to ask to be the head of the opposition collaboration, we have to have evidence that we control the majority of the people relatively to all of the parties in the collaboration.
And financially, where do you stand, CMC? Is it just breeding all the Mr. BILITY's pockets?
No, that's what we're doing, and that's what I'm in America for. We're here to raise a membership to at least 15,000, and then raise money through that. And we are very well on course. That's what we are here for.
Is it forthcoming?
Mm-hmm. Very well. You know, it's amazing what we have achieved in the last week. We in the United States, we got almost 2,000 members in the last 1 week.
You just come for membership deals and all that?
No, we start here. We're getting members. The goal is to reach us to 15, and then by January 1, we'll collect 10 now.
Okay. All right, so finally, what's your message to your people?
The CMC is not here to make noise and find a seat on the table. The table that those who have pillaged this country sit on is not a table that we can sit on to fix Liberia. We are determined to move forward. We insist on people respecting us, and we will respect people as such. We'll do everything we can to get ourselves in a position to run Liberia properly, turn the economy over to Liberia, and make our natural resources more, beneficiable to us as a people. Thank you.
Thank you so much. Did the CMC make a donation to the CDC headquarters project?
Yes, we donated. We pledged 5,000.
Okay. Why? Your brother's house is on fire.
They invited us, and we don't have problem with that.
All right, Mr. BILITY, it's good talking to you, and we wish you all the best.
Thank you.
And we look forward to continuing with these discussions as they come up.
Thank you so much.
All right.